Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's Creative Redundancy back again, also known as CR. Echo. Little impromptu. I didn't give as much notes for this live stream, where I get to reconnect with you, the people out there, and I'm gonna share some stories too. So while I wait for some people to come in, I know it's been a while since I've been on live. I've been quite busy actually. I managed to do, let's just say I managed to do a few things that I wanted to do for the year. I'm like, yes, I get to do this again. It's only been 3 years since I've done it, but you know, it almost felt like that one movie, 5 years later kind of deal. hi, hi, Lady T. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Let me make sure my things. I gotta adjust something here. Let's see, back. Let's see, make sure my audio. Yeah, should be very good. Seems like it, anyways. Hopefully you're doing well. I'm gonna actually now load up the daydream thing here. A moment there. Let me. Let's load that down. Just so a little ambient audio. It should be alright. Okay, I got that. Oops. 36. Oh, and guess what, guys? Because it's live with CR here. Let me actually make sure that I actually did this here. Oh, yeah. Check out this one. This is something I've been working on. I have a new updated version of this now. But see, live with CR here. I figure I'd put that up instead of just an icon. It'll use up a little bit more data, so that's a fair warning. But let me just come back to my chat here. Survival LT. Oh wow, I got Lady T and Survival LT. How are you doing, both of you? Nice to see you. Well, I just learned about it too, Lady T. Or at least on the StreamYard side. I figure I add a little bit in if I'm not doing like per se actual video. I might see something. I might give a sneak peek on something. It's because it kind of rained today, so yeah. Hi, Vanessa Kitty. Hi, how are you? Hi, Gray. How are you doing? Oh, and check this out. I gotta show you guys this part here. Check out this one. This doesn't look exactly how I want it, but check out this one. I think I made this in Canva. So it doesn't loop exactly perfectly, not quite, but I was setting this up. I'm like, oh, I gotta put a glass. I don't. Oh, wait. Let me find my banner for a sec. Yeah, see, you can see the backpack right there. There's glass. There's some plants. All right. Oh, here's a chair. Here's a virtual chair for you guys to sit down. That doesn't quite look like me, but whatever. Some stock image or animation that they had. So, probably the only thing I really did for this was, the CR on the screen. That's probably what. Everything else, I didn't really make. At least not from scratch, either. Oh, it's hot out there, Vanessa? Okay. Oh, yeah. All the best in that, Corey. Okay, Vanessa, I'll look into it. You like this? Survivability. I figure it'd be a little bit more interesting than just seeing the icon all the time, depending on what I'm doing. So, what's up, James? How's it going? So, yeah. I managed to get some dirt time last week. I won't share all the story because I'm thinking of doing a specific live stream for that. I might. So, what you see right on the screen right here, I might do this more often, but because I kind of like doing this. You know, when I was setting this, when I was setting up this, what you see on the video right now as this loop, I was just like, it feels like I'm like virtually like, how would I say? What's the word I'm looking for? Virtually designing something, right? Because I'm like, I gotta put a chair there. I gotta find a chair. I gotta find a table. You know, there's a backpack right there. I don't know. Maybe it's a go bag friend. I don't know. Oh, there's water right there. I gotta find something to put on this wall, virtual wall. Something. Independent prepper, how are you doing, IP? Oh, thanks. Thanks, Lady T. A fireplace, great. Okay, I'll work on that. Remember, I'm trying to make it look kind of three-dimensional, but obviously this is all two-dimensional, so I have to find the right perspective for some of this. Because some of the stock stuff that comes with it isn't exactly what I need. Alright, so I might have to tweak this a little here. But at least I got a chair, some water, and a backpack, and a table. Maybe I'll put a clock on. Or something like that. You know, I was gonna put a TV on this virtual wall, but I'm like, never mind. I don't think I need a virtual TV on the wall or a virtual monitor. Really? Let me put that in the comment. Can I? Yeah, there we go. I can post that. Maybe I should play DT. Maybe I should. We'll see. And the fireplace grate might be a good idea if I can fit it in there. I'm trying to work this out. I'm just like I said, I'm more or less like the height of the table and all this stuff. This doesn't look so bad, actually. Oops, that's not what I want. I just clicked there. So this audio or music you're hearing is known as. Just about 27. It's known as Daydream, I believe. I think so. Yeah, Daydream. Or Daydreaming. It's on the bottom. Some of this audio that StreamYard gives you. So I figured I'd play some of it. Nice, relaxing music. Let me just bring my chat back up here. What's up, Aiden Air? How are you doing? Nice to see you. Thanks for dropping in. I appreciate it. I know it's been a while since you've seen me. Wow. Or in this case, haven't seen me. Alright. I know I've seen you guys out there. Do you guys like this? It's I've been working on a few of these things here. I just added this one in. Let's see here. I think I'll put this one back over on the screen. I like this one too. And almost it seems like that waveform that you see with like audio. What's that called? I'm trying to remember that term now. I'm trying to remember what it is. I should know what it is. I can see it in my head, but I can't remember the official term that they use. But, you know, with the wave signal, when you hear sound. I forget what that is. Or you hear the peaks and the valleys. Yeah. Anyway. It's all good, Lady T. Take care, by the way. Appreciate everyone dropping in. Like I said, this was just an impromptu stream because I actually had to try this kind of stuff out anyways. And just kind of see how it is, how it flows in. See if I want to keep it or not. I kind of like this one. Although I like the other one better. Just because it looks like a room. I think, yeah. The StreamYard allows you to, even on the free version, to have, I think it's under, well, there's certain requirements behind it, but little short clips that you can play and loop it. I was just thinking to myself, I could just make something like this. An endless loop that just continues. That way, you know, it's just not my art on the screen. Something interesting on the screen to look at. So. Wow, Lady T, I'm trying to work on that one. I think, like I said, these are only 30-second loops, so I think this one is kind of. This is the first one I started, but the other one was with the chair and the person and the furniture is something I'm working on. I think I might actually increase the length of that. Like, I think StreamYard allows you up to 10 minutes. There's a certain file size limit, but I'll have to see what I can do with it. So I'll try to work something in or something like that. And of course, in the settings, you can have it loop geared audio, like I've been, or looped up videos. So, what's up, Kentucky Survivalist? Hi, PS. Hello. Hopefully, you're doing well. You know, I'm thinking of it was. What's that last video? What's one of the last videos? I think that was an everyday carry video. I'll tell you. I haven't seen you in a while. Sorry, I haven't dropped by in a while. Hopefully you're doing well. Hi, Uncle. I'm just hanging out here, PS. I'm just hanging out, reconnecting with some of you out there. Share some stories, and I figure I tried this kind of different video approach. I'm doing well on a device, anyways. I mean, I've done stuff like this on like a laptop or a desktop, but I'm like, let's see what I can do with. Is it possible? You can actually, what you see on screen, yes, you could actually do this on your phone. You can actually set it up on your phone to do something like this. But free stuff too, right? Free stuff. No cost, right? Just got to sign in, but I might leave that for another video though. It's all good, Vanessa Kitty. Let me just put my other banner. Nah. Let's see. Whatever. I don't think I need it. See, I have to adjust some of this stuff. for the things that I want to put in, like the banner at the bottom, stuff like that. But let me know if you guys enjoyed this kind of way of doing it. I mean, I could always go back to the iPod thing if I necessary. Just for now. And just let my phone charge a bit. Yeah, it's at 77. Let it charge a bit before I start showing a few things. I want to show a few things, but I'm letting my phone kind of top back off a little bit more. Besides, I've only been on for 15 minutes, so there's no rush, right? I don't gonna leave something for you guys to suspense, as they say. So I'm hoping everyone's outdoor gardens or indoor, or your choices, hydroponics, aeroponics, all that good stuff. The crops are doing well. I've posted here on the YouTube side about, things going on. There's fires. Well, pretty much fire and water are great. Fire, heat, water, flooding, all that stuff. So prayers to the people out there, right? Goodness, it kind of sucks for some people at times. That I know. When I say that, I mean like everywhere, right? It's not just here on the North American continent. We all know that. It's helping other places, so yeah. You like this, Uncle? Thanks. You're sewing up a chair seat, Vanessa? That's cool. I kind of did some sewing over the weekend. So last week, I should say. I had to do some mending on the chair. Kind of bring it back to a useful state. But that'll be for another story. Because I'm working on, you see what you see on the video portion right now. I'm working on something like that. How people, that saying of campfire stories? I might bring that kind of element. But it'll be a virtual campfire stories kind of deal, right? In a virtual environment. Similar to this, virtual campfire. But I'm working on that part of it. I'm trying to fine tune it, but where it looks like a setting, when I was making this stuff up, like what you saw earlier with the person, I was just like, it feels like I'm playing around in Sims or something like that. I made this simulation with furniture and all that stuff and adding it in. So. Let's see, did I miss? I think I missed it. Oh, yeah, Uncle Al. Yeah, I didn't even mention that part too. I know that's been happening too. So, I kind of knew this stuff would eventually show up. Luckily, it has. I've been good here. Knock on wood. On that one. Knock on wood on that one. I've been blessed here with some of the stuff. Not always ideal, but generally speaking, better than other people. Alright? No crop damage, no hail, maybe some dry weather for a period of time, but I think what I've been saying as a good balance of the heat, sunlight, and water, and the rain for right now. There's a couple of weeks that it was kind of a little more dry, but compared to what other people are going through, I'm just like, this ain't so bad. It's not like the heat dome or heat wave of last year, 2021, right? Yeah. Well, I mean, like, there is something that, like, you could say. I don't mind that green screen color green. Maybe some red, some gray if you want to change it. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, it's not. I'm not. I mean, I have preferences sometimes, but I'm not as picky. I'm not picky on the color so much. I mean, I've shown wearing pink gloves on the screen before and on video, or purple, or whatever, blue, red, teal, green, yellow, orange, brown, black, white, gray, and everything in between on the color wheel. I mean, I like what I do wear as colors, but sometimes I do wear something else. So I don't think I really have a favorite color. That's some survivability. Oh yeah. I think I'm hearing about that. What, in Kentucky, right? If I remember right. Alaska. Here in Canada, it'd be most of the places out west there. They're from storms or from forest fires. Not only here in the provinces, but up north in the territories too for us here in Canada. Amongst other things. And I think it's only August, right? There's still time for hopefully something to not develop, but I'm trying to be optimistic about it, but realistically, there's still time for something to happen. So, just crossing my fingers that maybe a little bit of break for a little bit of time, hopefully. I wasn't thinking I was gonna go into this kind of metaphoric rabbit hole of things, but I mean, maybe I should rename the stream to Fire and Water. I was thinking, because I was actually thinking of doing a stream like that, but there's a lot of, there is definitely a lot, that's for sure. Seems like it's either fire or water dominating the news at times. I mean, for anyone that's seen anything this year, you're kind of noticing that those are some of the bigger headlines at times. Yeah. Yeah, you've been working on a care kit for Ouchie Boo Boos, Oh, okay. Alright, Uncle. So, yeah. That reminds me, I guess I can bring up this story. Kind of relatable to it. Hearing you do that, Uncle, you've been working on a character for an Ouchie Boo Boo kit. Yeah. I'm assuming he's telling me that he's working on one. I'm not asking, but I remember I made this pretty simple thing for someone, right? It's not really, I wouldn't call it car kit, survival kit. It's just a kit, basically items grouped together in a container or vessel, right? With useful things just in case. So you don't have to find it or whatever, and it's labeled or really, like it has reflectors on this container or vessel, so it's easy to notice. Well, anyways, I made this for a friend a long time ago. It's just some, just extra little things, just in case, It's mobile, like you can bring it with you. It's not, I mean, I'm not saying it's supposed to replace any big kit or car kit or whatever, but there's additional items in it, that may be useful in various situations, and you can use it as a spare tool or whatever. Oh, basically, I think there's zip ties, a little bit of tape, cutting tool, a lighter, a little bit of cordage in it, right? Just, spare stuff. you know, just in case. Well, anyways, I made that for a friend. When did I make that? Let's see, it's 2022. I think I made that in like for them in 2018, maybe 2017. I think it was later in. Well, it's been a while anyways, so I just saw it again the other day. I was just like, oh, you still have it. I was telling that to my friend. I'm like, oh, you still have it? I'm like, yes, you are. Yeah. I haven't used it yet, but like you said, you know, the items are there if I need to dip into that, you know, yeah. Because it's grouped there, right? Like, it fit in the glove compartment or, like, behind the seat or hanging behind the seat. So, you know, you needed the items. They're there, and you don't have to look for something. Because it's not in your center console or anything like that, but it's just in a container that, you know, hey, you know, my friend could be like, hey, CR, can you go get the red container? I'm like, okay. You know, it's got a name to it, but I should have a name right. What's up? How are you doing, man? Prep for it in the house with me. That's FOR. But yeah, it's nice to see you. How are you doing, man? Let me just change up this version of it for a little bit. I thought did I put that one in? Let me just sit back down here. As I talk to you. There's some water on the table. You guys need a drink, a virtual drink. I was gonna put a virtual coffee mug down, but I'll make one. So, I appreciate everyone dropping in right now. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. So yeah, just a simple little, you know. And the thing is, that kit that I made per se wasn't very expensive. Things they already had. Things I scavenged or got for free to put into the system too, but the idea was that the items are already grouped together, and this person generally knows where it is. Because obviously, you know, it fits in your hand, right? So I'm not fitting a lot of shelter in here, but it resides, or its home is in a vehicle, so I wouldn't technically call it a vehicle kit, but things addition to everything, like, let's say, you know, jumper cables, for example. You know. So, I added a few things the other day to it. Hi, Ginger. Hello, Ginger Ninja. How are you doing? By the way, I don't know why I like this trap. I always thought it. You know, I think I need to work on this a little bit more. I think I need to change that shirt on the character somehow. Yeah. All right, hold on. I think. Let's see here. Ah, here I thought I was charging my phone. I was at 77, like down to 60. I'm like, oh. And here I thought I was. See, I need to charge up. I need to hop on my phone before I disconnect it. Then there's a few things I want to. Well, Ginger, if you stick around long enough, you might see something from me. I might show a sneak peek. Gardening thing again. As my garden is coming together nicely. I'm gonna call it a food forward. Not quite, but it is. Good amount anyway. Hold on one sec. I gotta deal with something. Oh, I think it's time for that sneak peek, eh? When you correct my camera, I'll let you guys see it for yourselves, and you can see it. Obviously, that's a tomato. It's really, really tall. Just for you, Ginger. It's really, really tall. It's so tall I can't even fit it in free, probably. Ginger, I have no idea exactly what they're called. I've only described them by color and by shape or size. I have no idea. I mean, even if you showed me a picture, I'm like, oh, it doesn't quite look like that. So I'm just describing it for the visuals that I see. Because those will be more consistent. You know, by color, for example. I have no idea. Those are your favorite? I have no idea. I don't mind them. They have this greenish tint in the beginning, like many tomatoes do. Then this purple takes over. Then as it ripens, the red takes over. So I just kind of like it. It looks different. I gave some to a couple friends and stuff, people I know, and they like it. So I'm trying to grow some more. I mean, I got more seeds from last year. That one that you just saw, that's I started after seeds that I got from last season. So I've completed that cycle of, all the way around. So that's a good thing. So I know that the seeds will work and give me what I had the previous time. So I'm like, okay, now I've seen it with my own eyes. Yeah. I was thinking of putting a pun in there, but I'm like, wait. No one can see me air quote. What's up, Matthew? Farmer Son? FSP? How are you guys doing? Yeah. 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 That's about, I don't know. It's pretty tall. I don't think I see the flower on the top yet. No. So there's probably going to be like another foot or so for at least the flower. So I'm hoping that I can use it in some way. I'm learning quite a bit already. Just by growing something like that. Might grow some more. Might be a useful type of plant. That's cool. Hold on 1 second. Hopefully it's not too windy. Hold on a second. charge my. I have to charge up my phone here. Jeez. Did I really go down that far? Jeez. Yeah, I'm already at 47%. I need to put the phone. It's either that or I start bringing on the battery bank, which I don't want to do since I have actual electrical power. But I could if I wanted to. It's good to hear that things are doing well with you, and you're doing well too, Farmer Son. Nice to hear, by the way. Virtual fist bump to you both. Yeah, virtual fist bump. So, like I've been saying earlier, at least sneak peeks later in the stream, you know, I'm working on this live stream kind of thing, at least with the phone. Make it a little bit more entertaining, especially when I'm showing video portion of it or myself. Because sometimes I'm just almost doing this like, you know, one of those audio, radio, podcast type of things. So I like doing that. I just like kind of doing that. Because I always feel like if I got the camera on, I gotta look at the camera all the time. People are always, what are you looking at here? And people, visuals and stuff like that. So I charge up the phone a little bit more. So hopefully you guys are all doing well. I appreciate everyone dropping in, by the way. So I'm just gonna check something real quick here. Kind of weird. I can't alt tab out of the browser. Hold on. I got to pause the music for a second. Just not pause. Stop the music for. Just not stop that music for temporarily. Because as soon as I go check on something else, it says like the audio breaks on me. I don't know if it sounds like that on your end, but it does on my end. So I'm like, just checking. Okay. I just had to check on something. Okay. Put that. Yeah, it's known as daydreaming. Yeah, daydreaming. You're on. Oh, I'm StreamYard. So I kind of like this one. It loops well too. Oh, thanks, Ginger. Okay. I figured I'd give you a little sneak peek just for you. You know, Ginger's here. I'm like, oh, I'll give it a little sneak peek. Why not? Take care, Ginger. Appreciate that one drop. I know it's an impromptu stream, so you know, people slipping in, slipping out. That's all good. I know it's the middle of coming to. Well, it's Thursday. It's already August too. Yeah. At least here for me, I'll probably get another like 3 weeks of good or great weather. Then, as soon as September rolls around, I know it's gonna start gradually cooling down a bit. On average, it'll cool down and stuff like that. So yeah, apparently, you know, I hope some of you have been able to do some camping adventures or hiking or even a simple day walk for a little bit. Hopefully you've been able to get outside, you know, before something comes out, right? Hopefully you've been able to get outside, enjoy, per se, quote unquote, great outdoors, even if it's in your own backyard. All right, spend some time outside. You know, get that fresh air, so to speak. Take the sights. I mean, see some sights. Maybe see, you know, nature. You know, reconnect with the land, the water, the air around us, and all that stuff. You know, maybe it's that. Hey, I get to see the sunrise or the sunset, you know, by the lake, you know, stuff like that. Even if it's for a few days, you know, makes you appreciate the other things that you do have. And hopefully it's de-stressed you for a little bit of time. Until you come back home and realize, oh, I gotta think about this stuff again. Let's see here. Yeah, I gotta, like I said, hopefully you've been able to do that. And not just, of course, I'm getting interrupted every single time today, too. But yeah. So, second star, how's it going? Oh, okay. Yeah, someone's in the woods, too. Alright. Like I said, even if you go out for those day hikes, have a couple days of camping or whatever, if you want to show video, right? But, maybe you're just out there, enjoying the great outdoors. Maybe you can practice some of that skills of quote-unquote bushcrafting or, nature crafting or wood crafting or whatever, right? Maybe it's that, hey, I'm gonna create this fire without using any man-made tinder or something like that. Regardless if you use a lighter or ferrocerium rod or solar, right? I know I used a lighter the last few times I started a campfire, but I actually didn't use like a man-made type of fire starter. I'm using white birch. Yeah, I think it was white birch. Yeah, white birch. Increase the surface area. One of the secrets to fire is surface area. You either increase it or decrease it depending on what you're doing. Generally you increase it. Well, air in, the oxygen, the fuel, then the heat will take over. Then next thing you know, you're completing the fire triangle. And the next thing you know, you light your campfire relatively once or maybe twice, right? But you take that 10 minutes to set it up. Then the next thing you know, it's like it's on its own. It's ready to go, kind of deal. So, how you doing? Today, Matthew, by the way. Thanks for taking the time to drop in. I appreciate it. Stuff like that. Like I said, I think I did bring up, maybe the last time I did bring a fire starter, but I wasn't really worried about campfire per se. The campfire is just more of a cooking element or maybe the smoke to drive the bugs away, but it wasn't absolutely necessary. It's not like it's raining and things need to dry out or something like that. Because I think we had your standard propane canisters and stuff like that, stoves like that. So. But yeah, like I was saying, hopefully you guys have been able to get into the woods per se, or at least set up your tents and stuff like that. I actually set up this third tent not too long ago. I'm just like, still know how to do it. It's been a little bit since that tent seen the light of day, but I'm just like, yes. I'm working on this different way of setting. I shouldn't say setting up the tent, but a way to store the tent. Because you generally, commonly for most tents, you don't have a frame, like poles, the main part of the shelter, as wall, ceiling, and stuff like that. There'll be a rain fly over top and stuff like that. So, in addition to any cordage you want to have with the guidelines and stuff like that, I'm working on a way to kind of not just deploy it like so it's ready to go faster, but the packing up, like, you know, because I like to pack very, how do I say, well, usually. Because usually, like, space is going to be usually an issue with a lot of when people are camping out. Like, you got to hike it in, or you got to bring it in your vehicle, right? So, hold on a second. What's up, Roman? Just give me a moment. Someone just showed up unexpectedly. Just give me a moment. I'll be right back in a few moments. I am back. I'm trying to work with the music. I like this music. I don't know why. Daydreaming. Anyways, hello, Roman Pepper and Luca Homestead. DB, are you both doing? Hopefully doing well. I appreciate you both dropping in. Virtual fist bump, roaming. And hi, CB. Thanks for dropping in. Let's see. Where was I before I got derailed here? Oh yeah, camping and being outdoors, right? Hopefully you've been able to get out there. So I managed to get a little bit of time out there. Not as much as I would like, but some time is better than no time. So let's just say enough that it's longer than an overnighter. And I get to set up the tent too. Right? So and make sure I'm like, yeah, I could still set up the tent alone. Stuff. So, oh yeah, like I was saying about, it's like tearing down camp. What I was saying about tearing down camp lights at your tent. Yeah, I'm trying to work on that system too, where I can actually do it faster. Because there has been times where I've actually had to leave, per se, quote unquote, the campsite early, just because we're expecting some serious weather, rain, or winds and stuff like that. And I'm like, maybe I won't take the chance. Something like that. Or so I know to ban down the hatches, as they say. Put those comments back on here. So I'm kind of thinking I might actually keep with this kind of layout. I'll have to see. I'll double check. Because what I'll do is after the stream, I'll double check how big the file is. See if it's even worth it. Because I know most people use Wi-Fi for connecting in, but I know some people need or want to use data, so I'm trying to minimize the amount necessary. Hopefully that makes sense, yeah. So what else has Sierra been up to? Well, I did manage to go on a little trip, but that'll be for another video. I don't want to... I'm leaving that for another video or a live stream. I might just talk about it. I don't have a lot of footage, but you should. Because I enjoyed the time more than actually recording. Even though I brought a tripod and then used the tripod. But it's all good. I have my reasons why. Sometimes I don't record all the time. I think I've said it before. It's like sometimes like everyone's talking, or it's too loud, or you know, maybe someone wants to play the radio or music, then I have to cut that out. Voice over it, put music over it. And I'm a big fan of doing that kind of work. I've done it before, but I don't like doing it. Sometimes it's annoying because I'm trying to match up music or an audio track to use that works with the video, works with the content. I think this is why I like this track on StreamYard, this daydreaming loop, and I just loop it because it feels like I can actually like just talk with it and talk with it. See? It just rolls off the tongue. See? Anyway, so let's go back to my chat here real quick. Yeah, you will camp for one night, and the other campsites will at me like, she set him and tore down the camp so easily. Yeah, see, I always feel like I should. Well, I'm trying to get better at it too. Like I know bugging out or evacuation type things are not gonna be like camping. Right, because it's gonna be unexpected, not like a planned type of scenario, situation like camping where you plan that for weeks and such. Looking out and something like that, evacuating is probably not. I mean, you probably plan for it, obviously, as a preparedness individual, but you don't know exactly how it's gonna go down all the way and such. So that's why, if you have to set up shelter, right? Regardless if it's for camping purposes or for emergency preparedness purposes, it would be nice to know that you can relatively set it up on your own if you had to, and relatively, let's just say, mere minutes if you had to. Both the tearing down of camp and setting it up and tearing it down. Because honestly, you may have to move or on something like that, and eventually your camping trip ends, so you have to pack back up. Because I was also thinking, unfortunately, weather's not always gonna be on your side. Rarely do I have to actually set up or tear down camp in the rain or under high winds and stuff like that. So, but if you do, setting it, having ways so you can deal with that kind of stuff really does help. Because it's hard to, if you're trying to fold like a tarp up to pack it back into your bag nicely, it's nice that it's not windy out. Because when it's windy out, it's a little bit more challenging, especially if you got to do it alone. If you're going with, let's say, with two people or whatever, yeah, it's easy enough to fold a tarp or whatever like that, or something like that, because it's like folding a sheet or like a bedding sheet with someone at home, for example. And you just fold it and fold it. I do know cordage is one of those things I like to have now. It does help. It does help when you're rolling a tarp, stuff like that. Yeah, it does help. It keeps it together so you can slip it into your bag. Let's say It's like your tents, for example. Tents usually come with like per se the quote unquote bag that the default or factory bag that comes with. So sometimes it helps to squeeze it together so you can actually squeeze in the poles and the rain fly and all that other stuff with it. So I know that kind of helps. Hold on, I feel sorry. Yeah. You would like to try that? Okay. Yeah, exactly. The tarp too. I did not bring a bag like that. I just brought a more simplistic bag. I mean, it still had core elements in it, but I mean, like, I probably could have started. Let's just say I could have started a campfire with solar if I really wanted to. All right, but if I really wanted to, so I had an option too. All right, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think I had, stuff like, important stuff. I guess, Well, I think this is why you bring tarps, right, TV? Like, so if your tarp's over your tent, you just kind of, you can tear down the tent and still be relatively dry underneath the tarp. Instead of carrying a wet tent out or whatever, packing it out, it's just a tarp. The tarp's probably going to be easier to dry out than the tent. I mean, I've gotten tents wet before on the inside, but providing it's not raining again or wet, yeah, you can dry that out. You just hang it upside down where the bottom of the tent, the base floor of the tent is hanging upwards, and then the mesh or tip of the tent at the top is facing down, so it just drains out. So I had to do that too. Yeah, you like to do the tent and then tarp not touching over that. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think I know what you mean, TV. Hi. No, I haven't. I have to find time. I have to find specific time for. Like, I've actually been trying to work into this text document I've been working on. What to say? I'm trying to summarize what I mean and hopefully not rant during that time, so it's more factual and things I've seen. I mean, because I'm trying, I've been trying to relate this into the preparedness part. Because shelter or exposure is one of those things. It's just the way it is. Regardless if it's heat, rain, water, hail, wind, that's still exposure, right? So, anyways. Hi, Moondog, by the way. Nice of you to drop in. Whoa. Guess who flew in? What? Guess who flew in? It's GP, known as Guardian Prepping. That's why I like this music. A little behind here. Oh, yeah, see, I made some fitter sticks too, right? I mean, like, I didn't really have to, it's just kind of practicing it, right? Like I said, I didn't try to light the campfire with one flame, one spark, whatever, once, right? Because I've seen people with sticks, relatively speaking, right? With lighter, trying to start a campfire. Like, I understand everyone's got different experience and all knowledge and all that stuff, but I was just like thinking to myself, well, a light, just because you have that lighter doesn't always guarantee a campfire, for example, right? Now, with skill and experience and knowledge, yes, You can, feather sticks, increasing surface area, friction rubbing materials together, gathering materials beforehand, right? Prepare the fire beforehand instead of let's try to light this very thin stick and get it to go, and then everything else will go. It's not always the case. It's not always the case. It's gonna be like that. Sometimes you gotta work at it, and this, a simple tool like a cutting tool, like a knife or whatever, can help you make some feather sticks. Or, what I've shown before, using a pencil sharpener. Pencil sharpener, virtually anyone can use the pencil sharpener. I can give that to someone younger, and it doesn't have that skill level for using like a cutting tool, but a pencil sharpener, generally speaking, most people can use that. I'd be confident enough to give it to someone. For example, yeah. Oops. I'm trying to. But I hit that. Yeah, I've seen that before. It's not even worth it. It's not even worth it. You must as well just bring a drop sheet then, or something along the same lines. Because remember, I've seen that you gotta go all the way around to make sure it's sticking. All this other stuff, right? You must, So that takes some time to go all the way around, like a chauffeur. Let's just say 1 by 1 meter by 1 meter high. 1 meter equals 3.28 feet. So let's just say 1 meter a cubic meter, or 3 feet cubed. All right. So yeah, you might as well just bring something that's wrap or cling wrap or whatever, that plastic wrap there. I would only do that as a last resort. I would not plan for that. I think I have issues here. Hold on. I gotta reload. Oops. I reload something. Let me just reload the audio. Seems like I'm having issues with the audio again. Just want to stop it for a moment. Anyways, hopefully everything's coming out nicely. Oh, okay, DP, yeah. I've seen that. I've seen the videos on it. And I'm just like I said, it would be one of those things. It would be a last ditch thing. Really, it would have to be a last ditch thing. Like, that's the only thing I have. Kind of deal. I would never plan to use it, just because the time it takes to wrap all the way around. Something like that, so. And besides, when you wrap around, you still need to make an entrance. You still need an opening on one of the walls to get in, unless you want to crawl underneath or jump in on the top. And there's still no bottom or top to it, so I never did like that when I saw it. I never saw it as like some life hack or something like that. It's just like too inconvenient. Yeah, I know, right? Right, TV? I know, right? We just don't bring that around. Right? Yeah. Maybe if you got in a car accident or something and you had that in you just bought a whole bunch. Maybe, I don't know. But at that rate, you might as well bring like a garbage bag, a drop sheet, or something like that. It'll probably be a lot faster. Probably lighter and weight too. Easier to set up. Probably more durable too. Oh, yeah, exactly. Alright. Sorry. Sorry. I need to adjust this. I need to pause this. I need to pause. No. Sorry. I'm still working on the audio issue here in StreamYard. For some reason, I have issues with it. Every so often. Oh yeah, in the trees, yeah. Let's just say I've tried out something. I didn't bring one certain item. I kind of used the landscape for it instead. But, you know, I'll say it works better when you actually know that it's possible. Alright, 67% on the phone. I gotta wait a little bit longer. It's only been an hour since I've been here. Hasn't been that long, I guess. Oh, where did I put my... Where is it? I don't know. Sure. So I can move around. Oh yeah, see, I'm tethered to an outlet right now. I have the extension so I can move, but can't really go far. I gotta let my phone charge up. Oh, 68. Okay. It's going up. You know, that's another thing I've noticed more and more as I go camping more often, especially with people, friends, you know, and such, or seeing other campers and other people, per se, quote unquote, camping, is that I've noticed that a lot more people are trying to bring in the battery banks, especially the younger crowd. I'm saying the older crowd doesn't have that or know about it, but it seems like the younger crowd is one of those, the terminology, right? They just know what it is. You know, stuff like that just is useful. It's useful. Like, I know, you know, you can, if you're driving in, yeah, you can charge up your device per se, whatever it is that you need, or would like have. Let's say for example, your smartphone or whatever, right? Maybe the USB or something like that. But some of those battery banks can help too. You know, they can come in real handy. I've seen them. Chillax music, huh? Yeah, I know, right? I think this is why I like this audio track, because the other ones here on StreamYard are not like a cup of tea, or it doesn't work with what content I'm showing. This is like generally like this I can actually work in with a lot of content. You know, and besides, every so often if I'm not talking for a little bit, it's not just like per se nothing's being, you can't hear anything. Because the thing is, when you don't see something moving or don't hear anything, you're like, one of those things are like, am I lagging? Did I lose connection or whatever? Because, you know, you just like, there's like, I lose connection, then, but as long as you can hear something or see something moving on screen, you're like, oh yeah, I'm still connected. You know, stuff like that. Because I know some people have connection issues every so often, or, you know, you're a little further away from your Wi-Fi, and stuff like that. So, I'm no disc jockey. You know, I was trying to get this. I'll have to eventually try in time. What you see on the screen, that little outside the CR area, I was gonna make it turn back and forth, like left and right, like, you know, counterclockwise and clockwise a little bit, almost like a turntable. But I'll work on that later. I just have the audio wave going back and forth, so it almost looks like I'm talking to it or whatever. No, it's just a repetitive thing that's just, digitally created, or well, I didn't create it, but I am using it. You know, I gave a few people a link. Just saying. We'll see if they drop it. It's all good if people don't have time right now. I appreciate it anyway. I figured I'd just drop it in every so often. If anyone wants to drop in. Yeah. Ooh, 69%. On the phone. It's actually starting to get sunny out again. So yeah, I think mix of sun and cloud. I don't know if I'm gonna get rain again. I know I'm supposed to get it again though. So it rained more in the last 24 hours than it did in the last 3 weeks. Come on. So, I'm glad. So, yeah. Because clearly I know I could use the rain in here. You know, some of those things I've been growing have to grow. That's cool. That's cool. Hold on. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 moment. Give me like a minute. Probably only a minute. Hold on a sec. Talk amongst yourselves. Listen to this chilling music with CR. And I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. So what do you got GP and CBR say? Fire buildings speak forever? Okay. Maybe I talked about your life. Maybe I'll ignite that topic one of these days. It sounded funnier in my head. Maybe I should blow that funny away. Yeah. Never mind. Forget it. That's I don't even know what I was saying. See, I gotta find some virtual fire. Right, I need a virtual fire. Okay. For one of my lives here. Sorry, I keep getting interrupted. Usual. So yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff, like I said, I've learned from doing. Oh. Yeah, in terms of fire, craft, building or whatever. I always remember that the surface area thing though. Sometimes it's like, especially like, let's just say every just rain and stuff like that. I'm always thinking, I'm like, okay, I gotta start thinking outside the box here, because let's just say some of your Tinder or whatever got wet, or it's more difficult. It seems like more difficult, and it seems like, let's say if you were with people or whatever, they want this to happen. I'm like, okay, well, we're gonna have to work harder because everything's more wet, right? where you're sourcing out drier materials and stuff. But using what you do have with you, or what is available around you. It's a campsite in the woods, whatever, right? Maybe it's using that. We just cook some bacon. I still have it in this can. I'm like, oh, okay, something like that. Or you're in the woods a little bit more. You're just like, oh, hey, here's some slime resin and something like that, and maybe use something like that. Or maybe you find some, firewood, right, or something like that. Or you kind of add it in. But usually one of the things it seems that always help is increasing the surface area of what you do have. The sticks, the logs, splitting wood, all that stuff. That definitely does help. So I know what that does. Usually that makes or breaks the fire. You get it going or you don't. To the point where you can sustain it for a period of time without tending to it, where it'll burn per se, combust for like 5 minutes on its own without any intervention or input for a little bit. All right. So I guess if I don't see CDs comments for a while, I guess I'll know why. Taking more. Oh, jeez. I've actually gone for that one. No, I wasn't. Hold on, I'm gonna check on the details. I'm not sure if I can actually check on this. Oh, it's still. Yeah, that doesn't sound so great. Now, do you see? Okay. I try to use natural materials whenever possible. Because obviously you can't sustain a fire with a fire starter alone. Any length of time. Stuff like that. Well, I guess I know which outro I'm going to use this time. I think I have the phone screen. Yeah. Oh, no. I still have it. Yeah, right there, you see it. Oops, 73% off. Maybe we'll show something soon again. I really should talk about both. Like that. So maybe I think there may be the next stream might be a campfire chat with me, especially like the looping video, like what you see on screen right now to go with it. So it'll be a virtual campfire chat. Like I'm working on it, like virtual fire, virtual logs, virtual wood. I gotta find some virtual chairs to go along with it. Stuff like that. I think I already got the virtual bag. Yeah. GP, I do it when I can. I gotta find time for it. Because also your live streaming is just the time. When I'm live streaming, unless I'm in creation mode or something like that, I can't usually do anything else. Because obviously I'm not gonna be running like power total first thing on the live stream. At least, well, I could if I guess I could always do it. And now that I know how to, it's a good sound level for the StreamYard music thing, I might be able to do that. I might be able to do something like that. I've been thinking about that too. So, where I don't say anything or not much, but you hear background music and you see the video portion, and I'm just showing something. Where me talking is, and that's important. I just have background so there's some sound. placeholder music, yeah. Let's just put that on the screen. I'll just leave that on the screen for a bit. Appreciate you dropping in, GP. Yeah. Make sure my camera's facing back, right? Yeah. Show a few. There's that 74. I'll show you guys a few things here. Again, it's a little windy outside. That's why you're gonna mute. It's definitely windy outside. It's picking up again. Shogun! How are you doing? Jewish Red Dead Piper. How are you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're finding things like I usually find. hopefully your bounty. No, not bounty. Well, hopefully it's been good. I'm trying to figure out a word, not bounty or harvest or anything like that. And you know what I mean. Hey, that's good to hear, man. That's good to hear. I'll probably go for another 10-ish so minutes. Yeah, 10-ish or so minutes. We're gonna take care of something before it actually starts raining. Yeah. I do appreciate everyone dropping in on this live stream here, where I reconnect with some of you out there. You know. Feel free. You know, here's this everything I was working on. I need to actually extend this out a little bit more, kind of make it seem like it's more random. So, at least I got the coffee. I got the coffee. The water in the backpack of the chair, and a wall on screen. I think I'll leave that on for the remainder of the time. A little bit here. So yeah. Probably till the 90-minute mark, for another 7 minutes or so, give or take. I want to take care of something while before it starts raining. It's everything. Today it looks like it's gonna be mix of sun and more like partly to mostly cloudy. We're getting some few sunny breaks. I need to deal with a few things before it starts again. Yeah. Maybe, you know what? The rains are coming back again. KRP. They're coming back. It's rained more in the last 24 hours than the last 2 weeks. Generally speaking, I've been getting a nice balance of rain and heat and sunshine. The last 3 weeks, a little less on the water. Overall, for the whole season or year, it's been quite good. So, I won't complain. Because it's definitely not as hot as last year. In the heat dome of 2021 here. That's for sure. And of course, there are places, unfortunately, you know, I'm lucky. Right? Some places are not so lucky on weather lately, so I'll take this. If this is the worst, I'll take this. Because some people have worse. I'll take this. I won't be so picky. You know, because I know some people out there. Oh wow, she already left, but you know, lost their corn crop or something like that, the winds and stuff like that, hail damage and stuff like that, heat and stuff like that, or excessive rain, or water, so. And then, like, the event hasn't happened to me, so I'll take that. Or even the bugs, or whatever, right? The insects and stuff like that. Then they can fix on your plants, okay? I haven't had so much issues with that stuff. Crossing my fingers, knock on wood, on that, so. Just more minor little things. And then I can deal with it over time. And I got about, what, 4 minutes. So. I'll put this one back. A little bit of time. Yep. Keys one more good. more important everyday carry items like keys and stuff like that, or a key fob, right? Know where your stuff is. So in this last couple minutes here, for your soul minutes here, I appreciate everyone dropping in. Lady T, JRP here, he's still with me. I think CB's still in with me. Survival the let's see, GP here, or dropping. I've dropped it and stuff like that. There's some other people dropping. I appreciate everyone taking the time to drop it. Thank you very much. And if you're catching this on a replay right now, yeah. And I appreciate you sticking around for this long. CB heard it. Thanks, CB. Very nice. Yeah. Well, I guess I'm getting that balance, like I can say. It rained earlier, and now I'm getting a little bit of that sunshine. To get that photosynthesis on the green leaves going, right? Well, there's water in the ground. I know that. Because I got buckets full of water, so it rained enough already. So I'll be able to replenish the water supply a little bit longer, or at least have some to use for a little bit longer. All right. I'm rambling because I can't see. Now I'm at 2-minute warning right about now. So in 2 minutes I'm ending the stream. So let's see here. No, I don't. No, I don't. I don't know how to do the surfing here. I'm supposed to be able to share screen or whatever, but I've never tried it here yet. I've done it before on the laptop, but that's not. I actually haven't done it on the phone here on my mobile. Well, I guess it's mobile smartphone. So. I'm just gonna call it here. So let me just and stop this. Let me stop this music here. Let me stop the music here so I can actually say what I want to say. So thanks everyone for dropping in. And like always, I'll put in. Which one should I put in here? Let's randomly show that on screen. Yeah, that. And thanks for everyone dropping in. And like always, with our world changing, we need to adapt too. Here's a fire intro outro for everyone. Skill and knowledge get better with practice. Can't help everyone out there, but one can help someone. All right, everyone. Take care. Appreciate you dropping on this live stream. hit me up, message me if you want to get a hold of me or chat it up and stuff like that. It's peace out from the one known as CR. Take care, people. I'll catch you all on the next video, live stream, side chat, panel, premiere, da 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 da. All right, bye everyone. Take care.